Alright, ghost. Alright, ghost. Hi, ghost. How are you doing, ghost? Alright, good morning, guys. Today for Stepmom Talk, I wanted to talk about my struggles with being a step-parent. When I came into this, I came in with my own set of rules, my own set of traditions, and it was hard. And I will say the last 2 years have had their struggles along the way. And when I have the opportunity to step back, I do to see what could I have done better, what can I do better, what can I do for the future that's different than the past. When I came in, I definitely came in as a disciplinarian, and a lot of people say you're not really supposed to do that. You kind of come in and find your place and let the parents mainly discipline. In this household, I love my partner, but I definitely am a lot stronger, and it kind of makes me wonder if I'm going to be the more disciplinarian later on when I have my own kids. So it kind of just makes me wonder if that's just me. I have a feeling I'm going to be the disciplinarian. I'm going to be the mean mom. Like a cool dad and mean mom. I also came in with a lot of wanting it to be picture perfect. Wanting that perfect relationship, that instant relationship, that you can trust me, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere, I love you relationship. And that was a struggle, and because I had this picture perfect idea, it does not work, guys. It does not work. Picture perfect never works. And so for me, I learned really fast that there are no picture perfect families, that these pictures that look like they have it all together, they have their struggles. And so that was mine. I definitely came in with a vision of what it was going to be like, and that was how it was going to be. We struggled. I think my love for the kids and my desire for them to be healthy all around, spiritually healthy, physically healthy, and just everything. I wanted them to be healthy. I wanted them to have a healthy personality, a healthy life, a healthy body, a healthy, everything I wanted them to have. And they clashed with it. And my partner was very supportive with it because things were new and things were changing. But the kids really fought it. And they fought and fought and fought. And it got to the point where, like, weekends were hell. Some of the things I've backed off on because it's just not worth it. And some of the things I still hold very true to. My big thing was, your job is to be respectful, get good grades, and be as healthy as you can. Now, I give my kids Lunchables. I'm not meaning that way. But I want they don't have a lot of job requirements. It's not like go clean your room and stuff like that. Now during the summer that's different, but during the school year, I'm not worried about, just put your laundry in the hamper. That's all I ask. I'll go in and pick up and stuff like that. That's not a big deal. But other things are very important, and we struggled. And I have to say, part of the relationship I had with the kids in the beginning probably was that, because I was so headstrong on making them the healthiest people they could be. And I guess really had a fix-it mentality that we really clashed. It wasn't until really the past, I would say, 8 to 9 months that things have really taken a drastic change, and I love everything about it. To see the change in Michael, to see the change in the family dynamic, it's been great to see our relationship change. I always thought that Michael and I were going to get along really fast, really quick, and that did not happen. But the dynamic of it, and I think once I started to relax and I started to see things for what they were, you know, when the kids were pitting parents against each other, when the kids were lying, when the kids were saying things to manipulate, when one child was manipulating the other child and manipulating the whole, just the whole situation, everything, when outside influences were coming in and I was finding myself more judgmental, because I was listening too much to kids and outsiders, and I honestly, until here recently, believed it. And then now I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to completely judge. I do feel like I give people the benefit of the doubt a little too much. But I don't know this person, and everything I feel like I know about this person is a lie. So, and with that said too, you have things that, because you're learning who, this is a big thing for me, you're learning who the other birth parent is by your spouse's, you know, knowledge and what they're saying, but they're saying it from their point of view. They're going to always make themselves look like the better person. Then you're learning about it through the kids. And if the other spouse, you know, then the in-laws and stuff like that. So you're learning about this person through everybody else's eye, but the person themselves. Now, sometimes you are very grateful where you have a great relationship with the birth parent, and so you do get to see who the birth parent really is, or they just like to show off a lot. And then sometimes you have a very reserved birth parent that doesn't really talk a lot. And in my case, that was mine. We don't really talk a lot. We don't interact. We don't do anything as a family. Now, I would ideally love to change that in the future, but we're going to take it moment by moment, because it's, and I learned that, okay, I'm getting his side of it, I'm getting their side of it, I'm getting their side of it, but I don't really know the person. So I do feel like I do give people the benefit of the doubt, but at first I was very judgmental. I didn't understand. At the same time, there were where I repeatedly said, we may not agree with mom, we may not understand where mom's coming from, but we're going to respect mom and her choices. Why? Because mom's an adult. She has her own reasons. She has her own wants and desires, and if that's what mom feels comfortable with, then mom's rules are mom's rules, and how mom does things or how mom does things. At the same time, there were things that I feel like I did wrong. We did wrong. Like, there were things that we accused that we probably shouldn't have accused, because, again, we were hearing it from one side. And that's not necessarily fair. There were things that, again, we learned that, why are you telling me this information? Is it for gossip reasons? Is it to go back and say something to mom to get you out of trouble with something? You know, is this a tool in your arsenal of tools? So there definitely was, but I have to say here recently I've stepped back and thought, okay, we're going to give it a clean slate. We're going to see it from now and in the future. What do I see with my own eyes? And step back and think, you know, why is the child telling me this? Or if the child's not telling me anything, then I don't have nothing to worry about. Unless I see warning signs of something else, then I might have to pull it from the child, but I don't see that happening. But yeah, stepping back. So those definitely struggles. Struggles that I've had is not being the child's parent. And I talk about that in another video where I talk about, you know, finding my role and knowing my role. And that was a struggle at first, because I think I had a lot of sadness when it came to the kids would be talking to dad. Remember when we did this? Remember when we did this? And they would be like, remember when we did this with mom? And that really didn't bother me, because their mom. She has a huge role in their life. So when they talk about mom, it doesn't affect me. It's like, oh, good. Mom's name is freely can be said in our house. I have no problem with that. Even activities they do with mom, I love hearing about it. It's great. They enjoyed it, so they're talking about it. Sometimes they can do that to manipulate, like, well, mom did this, mom did that. I'm sure they're doing the same thing over there. Dad did this with us, and dad did that. But I think for me, there was a lot of sadness because there were things that they talked about that I wasn't there. And so I missed, there were opportunities. Although at the same time, I feel like it taught me to embrace my role. And I have told the kids before, I don't have those memories of you learning to walk, of your first birthday, of you learning to talk, of you going to school for the first time, you tying your shoe, you going to potty training, I don't have that. I said I have now. And I'm going to embrace it. And I think for me to, becoming a step parent before a parent has taught me to really embrace every moment, because sometimes I feel like I would not, and I would be taking advantage of time because, well, you're always going to be there, or I have all these memories of you when you were 3. Well, I don't have that. So I think it definitely taught me to embrace moments and really soak in everything I can. So those are definitely also a struggle that's always, I think, in every step parent's life is if something happens to their spouse, the child's gone. Their spouse is gone, their child's gone. That's been a real struggle. Some days it's harder than other days, especially when the child brings it up and says, if something ever happened to dad, would I get to see you? That's probably the biggest choker back. Some step parents have really good relationships with the birth parent, and so that's never been a question. And some, they don't really have a relationship, which is more of our situation. And then there are parents that they know for sure if anything happened to their spouse that they would never see that child again. So I think it's heartbreaking on all sides, because you don't have any legal right, and they can be gone. Some states are a little different, but for most of our states, there's nothing we can really do. And basically how I approached that was, I would miss you like crazy. I miss you now when you're not with me. And I hope that I can come up with an agreement so that I can see my son. It may not be as much as when you were with dad, but I definitely would want to see you. I definitely still want to watch you grow up. So it is something that, it comes to your mind. You think about it, you know about it, you deal with it, you take each moment for what it is, and you embrace every moment. And so those have definitely, I think, been my biggest struggles this far. So anyway, that's for today. If you've had any different struggles, have had the same struggles, want to talk about it, please link it down below. You can also follow us now on Twitter at BonusMom YouTube, or on Instagram, or on Facebook. Facebook and Instagram are Intentional Bonus Mom. Please, if you want to talk, please talk away. I would love to hear from y'all. And thank you guys for watching.